Hello and welcome back to the quarterfinals of the Gauntlet of Greatness. I'm Randy Buehler. I'm going to be joined by Shadow Datella. We are continuing to play out this series, and this matchup features the Delver deck. Now, this is the biggest sort of upset group winner in the field. Took out Necro and knocked Callblade clean out of the playoffs. So Delver deck definitely oversold its seed. I mean, maybe it was underseeded. Apparently it was underseeded. It's the only deck to win a group that wasn't a 1 seed. Delver of Secrets, the little 3/2 flyer that could, right? You get Geist of St. Traft, Restoration Angel, there's Snapcasters in here, just value, and cheap. Runecasters Pike, Runechainer's Pike, sorry, is pretty good in this deck also. Get some mana leaks thrown in, a bunch of sort of cheap cantrips, right? Flip the Delver, dig through the deck, power up the Runechainer's Pike, and then Vapor Snag can definitely mess with what the opponent is up to. So just real nice power. Man, these gut shots were so good against the Pump Knights out of the Necro deck. Wow, we'll see how they do this time around. This time around, the opponent, also a bit of a surprise to be in the playoffs, is Fires of Yavimaya. So the Fires deck, Flame Tongue Kavu, is probably the best card in this deck. This is obviously just amazing at dealing with the opponent's creatures, crushing the Delvers, but 4 mana, we'll see what happens. Birds and Elves, this is fundamentally a ramp deck, right? Birds and Elves, ramp. There's actually literally nothing in the deck at 2 mana. Fires of Yavimaya gives everything haste, which is particularly good with the fading of Saproling Burst and Blastoderm. So way bigger creatures than what are in the Delver deck, but they're more expensive, so we'll see what happens. I am going to continue to play the 1 seeds. So I'm going to play the Delver side. And I'm going to challenge Shadow. Alright, game on. Lost the die roll. The 1 seed. I should get to play first, right? It doesn't work that way in Magic Online. We got a turn 1 Delver, we got a Vapor Snag. Certainly keeping it. What's he up to? Do I just blow Gitaxian Probe for a card? Doesn't seem like that's what I need to do. Funny. Maybe next turn. Yeah, it just doesn't matter here. He didn't play an elf or a bird. I might have been tempted to dig for gut shots. I'm shotting forward. Too slow! Already got my Delver down. Survey says... sure. Vapor Snag. Yes, I will reveal Vapor Snag. Get plenty of lands. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pay for a Gitaxian Probe. Wow. 4 land and a couple of Saproling Bursts. In other words, not much. Yeah. Don't have any mana, so there's no real reason to pay life for this probe. Vapor Snags, I can kind of deal with the Saproling Burst. Yeah, being able to bounce a Saproling token actually seems decent here. And I mean, 3 a turn, we're going to chunk away pretty quick. 6 times and 2 Vapor Snags. And it certainly didn't have that last time. That was a good draw for him. It's too bad. Really want a creature. Snapcaster Mage. So what, I just Snapcaster the Probe and Instruxian mana so I can pay to upkeep? Sure. Flash it back, put you live, draw an extra card. Still Sapperling Bursts, we knew that. Alright. I'm not actually going to be able to drop this Runechainer's Pike next turn if he ports me, which is mildly annoying, but what are you going to do? Right. Yep. Yep. So, do I need a Vapor Snag up? No, I think I just want to keep filling up my yard. Oh. Wonder if I was supposed to do that before the Pike? I don't know. I really want the Pike in play. Yeah, he's going to go Sapperling Burst, and he's not going to be super happy about how this plays out, I don't think. Alright. So I'm currently how big? 5 power first strike. Which means if I bounce a guy, I win. I may get him to... Do I want him to block so that I can hold on to the other Vapor Snag? Kinda do. Or I can just snag and hit him for 7. Put him into chump block mode anyway. I think I like that play. No. Doing that gives him the option to block. I may as well see if I can get... He's going to block this. Anyway. And now I first strike him down. And play a Delver. I mean, he gets to play another Sapperling Burst. I mean, my guy has 7 power first strike. I can get him to 8 power first strike just by gut-shotting something. I can also just move Runechainer's Pike onto the Delver, which is probably the easier play. And all we know about his hand is he's got another Sapperling Burst. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 2. He just has to play another Sapperling Burst, right? Oh, I only have flying if I flip the Delver. I guess that's the tricky bit. Yeah. Would like to flip this Delver. Moorland Haunt, no. Although it's not nothing. Moorland Haunt exiles creatures from the graveyard to make spirits. I do have a creature in my graveyard, so I will have a flying creature next turn. If I attack with 7 power first strike, he's just going to make 2 5/5s. Well, let's see. If he makes 2 5/5s, wow, I can almost first strike him down. Some like ping ping. Now I'm 9 power first strike, and I first strike them both down. But if he makes 3 4/4s, which is what he did last time, and what he'll probably do again, then I'm sort of 1 short. I get to 9 power first strike, having dealt 2 damage. Yeah, I think there's no reason I have to win right now. Right? If the game goes longer, his Sapperling Bursts are going to shrink, And my Delver's going to gain flying, and I'm going to make a Moorland Haunt token. So, yeah, I just don't see any reason I need to rush this. Fading is my friend. Yeah, 3/4/4s. But now it's 3/3/3s. We need him to not draw Flametongue Kavu, is what we need. So maybe the Flametongue Kavu, maybe. I mean, I have both a Moorland Haunt and a Delver. Maybe Flametongue Kavu's not a catastrophe. It's not good. Yeah, Fires is not good either. Yeah, his creature removal. He's got Fire Ice, he's got Flametongue Kavu, and he's even got Thornscape Battle Mage, whose 2 damage is enough against my creatures. Interesting. 3. I can take 7 plus the fires, right? And I just first strike 1 down, and then whatever. Hit me for 7. See if I care. Right, and now I get to make a flyer. Would not mind flipping Delver. What was it? Restoration Angel. Well, that's not nothing. Wow, gives me my Snapcaster back for a Vapor Snag. It's a pretty good draw, actually. Yeah, can't do anything about that. So Resto Angel, yeah, Resto Angel flips into a Vapor Snag. Interesting. If I pay mana to move the Rune Chatter's Pike to my flyer, then I can't do the Resto Angel. So what? If he makes a guy... Well, actually, if he makes a guy... Oh, I can gut shot it, but he can fires as a response, so that's not happening. I think I just... Attack. Yeah, I'd rather spend my mana on Resto Angel. So if I kill that... Oh, I can't kill it without both guys. I'm not doing that. You can have your chump block, and now your guys are 1/1s. And now I have a lot of insurance against potential Flame Tongues or Thornscape Battle Mages too, because again, I have this Restoration Angel. Alright, that one fades down to meaningless, this one fades down to a couple of 1/1s, which I can gut shot away if I decide I care. Or Elf with haste, because of the fires. Yeah, attack, bring it. Yeah, flip the Snapcaster. Pike falls off, but I'm very likely to have extra mana next turn. It's only if I draw another Restoration Angel, in which case I'll just be happy. Yes, I want to use the Angel's ability. I want to give flashback to Vapor Snag. And then... I think I'm okay taking one from the Saproling. I'd rather bounce the blocker. Is that true? No, that's not true. Because now my Pike is going to be on flyers. I think I deal damage with Rune Chanter's Pike gets smaller, but I take less damage. I think this is all okay. There's a chance I could have just gotten more value out of the Vapor Snag somehow, but I really don't want my life total to become a relevant part of this game. Another Restoration Angel. It's cool. What do I do? I clearly want Rune Chanter's Pike on Resto Angel. 7, I have 8 power in the air. So I get it to 9 power, and then I can Gutshot him. Get your Sapperling and make my guy bigger. Now I have 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I just have lethal. So he's going to have to fires. He's going to have to use his fires as a response. Doesn't really have instants. I mean, unless he has actual exactly fire, then this works. And even if he does have exactly fire, then he can't untap and hasty kill me with anything because I made him blow his fires out of mine. All right. He kept us slowish draw and made us work for it, but it kind of felt like we were in control the whole time, right? Protection from red and white, that seems good here. Mutagenic growth seems good. Well, it beats fire. These gut shots seem pretty good. I mean, kill the elf, right? Yeah, I definitely want the ability to kill elves. I like the Vapor Snags. I mean, the Ponders and the Thought Scours don't do much. Mana Leak is only okay. I don't know if... Fall Behind, that's good. Its permanents are mostly green. Interesting. So I can make Blastoderms. Or Flametongue Kabus. That all seems cool. Spectral Flight seems good in this matchup, right? Yeah, he has no ability to deal with flyers. Okay, those all seem good. That seems good, but what am I taking out, right? I mean, the Geists are solid. I guess it's like Mana Leak. This stuff's expensive enough that Mana Leak seems decent. I'm not in love with paying life for these Gitaxian probes. And what if I just take those out? This is expensive. Pro red though's got to be good. Well, all his ground stuff is all green, and I just made my deck expensive by taking out all the probes. I think I do. Let us see what happens. Not the most exciting hand I've ever seen. I like the Mana Leak, though. Angel, I mean, it's 3 land, 4 spells. I guess it's only better if it has actual Delver. Ooh, and he once again kept a no bird, no elf draw. Okay, that's great. That means our Mana Leak is going to be on in time to do stuff. You're supposed to play Basic Island there. Port? This does not seem like the deck most vulnerable to Port in the history of Magic. I mean, I guess sometimes my draws are land light, but my spells are so cheap. Man, he doesn't even have red mana. Okay, I would like to do something. Anything? Hilarious. He hasn't cast a spell for me to Mana Leak. I'm gonna have to discard a hand size. How bizarre. Maybe the port was good. Not really. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if I'd had a port in my hand. Third Vapor Snag? Or Gut Shot? I mean, he doesn't have a bird or an elf, obviously. But he can draw one, and that would be his red mana. Alright, fine. Man, we're both just sitting here staring at each other like idiots. What a strange game. I can't do anything. I guess I was supposed to have Gitaxian Probes in here? I don't understand. I would have Mana Leak something. Mutagenic Growth saves things for 0 mana, which I feel like I may need. What a strange game. Something I can Mana Leak. Awesome. I just do this main phase, right? Yeah, I guess I draw something worth playing. Which I did not. A 2/2. I'm not sure I can bring myself to care about a 2/2. Now I've got Mutagenic Growth if he tries to block. I've also got Resto Angel that I can block with. I can even double Gut Shot that guy in a pinch. Okay. Blocking, though, not in the plans. Okay. Fair enough. Valiant effort on your part, sir. It's not going to work. Try to represent some Resto Angel shenanigans that may tempt him into blocking. Yep. No blocking for you. Now what? Yeah, I just leave up Mana Leak Resto. That seems good. So tempting. What goes wrong if I block with Resto? He resolves what? If he resolves a Blastoderm, I don't care. If he resolves a Saproling Burst, I think I care. I mean, I kind of like getting this flyer down anyway. He can resolve a Flametongue Kavu, I guess, and I care. I mean, it would have to be off red mana that he's just drawn. Maybe I care about Flametongue Kavu, but it's kind of a trade. Right, and I can copy his Flametongue Kavu, so I'm not even sure I care about Flame Tongue Kavu. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's just pinched on red. That's too bad for him. Funny. I was gonna just gut shot. I guess Vapor Snag is still worth it. But, like, I have this Geist I can play. No, the backup Geist is only valuable if I get him to block. Then I'm not leaving up Mana Leak? Yeah, I think Vapor Snag's actually better here. Just so it lets me leave up Mana Leak. Take it. Delver deck looking pretty good. I mean, obviously, it's a totally gimped up draw from him. Alright, you're at 6. I have Mana Leak. Good luck, sir. Sapling Burst not good enough anyway because I have 7 power worth of flyers, but we'll Mana Leak just for fun. Alright, that works. What a gimped up draw from you.
My kingdom for a red mana. I had Flame Tongue Kavu, 2 fires, like fires of Yavimaya. Oh, it was just the hand looked good, and I forgot to draw a mountain.
You made me discard to hand size somehow. You didn't give me anything to Mana Leak.
I gave you nothing to Mana Leak. Right, I could cast none of my spells.
Yeah, I had 2 gut shots for your mana creatures if those came out. I had 2 Mana Leaks. And then, yeah, I had Phantasmal Image so that I could copy your Flame Tongue. That was going to be exciting.
So good. Yeah, I didn't let you do any of those things.
No. You just let me win. So Delver, continuing to look good, through to the semis.
I like Delver. I like Delver so much. That's my dark horse.
It's a good deck. It's into the top 4, and it seems totally worthy. Fires was kind of a little lucky to get into the playoffs, I thought. I thought Jung was supposed to win that tiebreaker in that group.
Sure, but it had to win tie breaks. Like, it fought really hard. It was scrappy. True. It was definitely scrappy.
All true. Ran into a real deck, though. Oh well, good games.
Nah, that's true. Good games.
All right. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back with more.